Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be predicting the Premier League 2022-2023 season. Who will win the title and who will get relegated? Well, find out next and watch until the end of the video to find out where your favorite team is going to be placed in the table. So guys, the new teams this season that got promoted from the Championship are Nottingham Forest, we have Bournemouth, and we have Fulham. So this is going to be a very interesting season. A lot of big signings for a lot of big Premier League clubs. The likes of Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal, the likes of Haaland for Man City, the likes of Darwin Nunez. Will he do good? Will he do bad for Liverpool? We've got a whole host of big signings. So we're going to see how these teams do, guys. So you want to make sure you stay towards the end of the video to find out. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know your prediction down in the comments below. Make sure to follow my Twitter for extra information, and let's get into the video. So we have them all, the teams in alphabetical order. First, we're going to be starting off with Arsenal. So Arsenal here, we do have their signings. So they got Gabriel Jesus from Man City. They got Fabio Vieira from Porto, an unproven player. And they got backup goalkeeper Matt Turner from the MLS, who's been fantastic. And they're also linked with these are other rumors, but I think Arsenal this season is gonna be tough for them. Obviously, they've got a proven goal scorer. No more Lacazette, no more Nketiah. So they have a proven goal scorer who can bang in 20 goals per season to really get them over the line. They have the likes of Odegaard, they have the likes of Smith Rowe coming through the ranks. Saka is a great talent, and so is Martinelli. But I think they're gonna lack quality to make it to top 4, and that is why I'm putting them into 5th. Alright, so next club here is Aston Villa. Aston Villa have went on a shopping spree this season, or this transfer window, sorry. They got Diego Carlos from Sevilla, which is an absolutely insane signing. They got Coutinho on a permanent deal, Robin Olsen, the backup goalie, and they also got Agustin, the left back, to replace, I guess, Digne, who might be leaving. They also got Kamara from Marseille, which is a very good deal. So Steven Gerrard is building himself an absolutely insane team. We still need to see how the likes of Leon Bailey will do this season, because his debut season in the Premier League was a little bit of a disappointment. They still have Danny Ings, Ollie Watkins, Emi Martinez, who's been insane. And I think last year it was quite underwhelming, in my opinion, for Aston Villa. I think they finished like 14th. So I think they'll do better this year. I think they could scrape a top 10 finish. So in that case, Aston Villa, I'm putting you in 8th. So next club we have is newly promoted side Bournemouth. Now I worry for Bournemouth because right now it is, as recording, it's the 20th of July, and they've only signed 3 players. Bournemouth last season, they got promoted, but I think, to be honest, it's not even hard to predict. I think Bournemouth are dead last. They have Dominic Solanke. We don't know how he's going to do in the Premier League. He was great last season in the Championship, but from the Championship to the Premier League is a humongous step. We've seen the likes of Mitrovic for Fulham struggle for consistency in the Premier League. It's a big task, and Solanke will have to carry the team on his shoulders if it's possible for Bournemouth to stay up, and I don't think they have that. So next up, we have surprise package of last season, Brentford, who actually finished 15th or 14th last season. Very impressive season. A lot of standout players. Ivan Toney was fantastic, and Buemo was fantastic. To add into the mix, they have got Aaron Hickey for a price of around 20 million from Bologna. He is a left back, and I actually watched him play because I do watch Serie A, and he is very, very good. Apparently this guy is very good. Lewis Potter from Hull City coming in for 20 million. But the main wow, they actually got Strakosha too. I didn't really know that from Lazio. That is a very good deal as well. But I do worry a little that they have lost Christian Eriksen, obviously, to Manchester United. But their new signings have been very good. They have got a great goalkeeper now. Raya was also very good. They've got upcoming talent in Hickey and Potter. I think it's going to be another decent season for Brentford. And I'm going to put them, I'll probably put them in between like 12 to 13. I think they won't get relegated. They did very well last season. They have a very good system. So in my opinion, Brentford are going to do well this season. Alright guys, so next up we have a big top 4 candidate in the likes of Chelsea. So now Chelsea have obviously sold Romelu Lukaku back to Inter. They've got, I mean, look at this. They've got Raheem Sterling from City. They've got Koulibaly from Napoli. Broya is back to the club because he was loaned from West Ham. I don't think he really scraped in the squad, but he's a very good player. Conor Gallagher had a phenomenal season at Crystal Palace. Now he's back at Chelsea. And the players who left the club are Lukaku and Rudiger and Christensen to Barcelona. So now, Chelsea last season, in my opinion, I was not too impressed with them. They really lacked goal scoring ability. Even with Lukaku, they didn't really play to his strength. So that's, in my opinion, why Lukaku struggled. Lukaku's a player who holds up the ball. He is big. He's going to use his body, shields off players, and lays it off to his teammates, which, in my opinion, Chelsea didn't really do. So that's why Lukaku did struggle. With Sterling now, Sterling is a great player, creates a lot of chances. He's very fast. Finishing is not the best, but maybe Tuchel could help him out in that regard. Koulibaly, I mean, that's an insane signing. Koulibaly, and apparently Jules Koundé is literally about to sign. So that centre-back pairing could be absolutely insane. So in my opinion, Chelsea, I'll put them obviously in a UCL spot, probably third or fourth in my opinion for Chelsea. Alright guys, so next club is Brighton. So Brighton last season were incredible. They finished 9th position. They were above Newcastle. They were above Aston Villa, above Everton. They had an absolutely insane season. The players like Lamptey were great. The players like Neil Mopé, Trossard towards the back end of the season was fantastic. And their business so far has been. So obviously it's gonna be a huge miss without Yves Bissouma, who left to Tottenham. But I think Brighton, they won't be as great as last season. But I'm gonna predict them 14th position for Brighton. I think last year was very good, but with the loss of Bissouma, I think it's really going to have an impact on the squad. Alright, so next club is Patrick Vieira's club. So last season, Crystal Palace finished 12th position. Obviously, now they don't have Gallagher since he went back to Chelsea, but they brought in Doucouré from Lens, who's been very good. He was heavily linked with a lot of other clubs. 16 million, I think it's a very good price tag. He's 22 years of age, so he has a lot of room to grow. And they also got Sam Johnston from West Brom, I guess, to compete with Guaita, who has been alright, but not really that much business for Crystal Palace. They're always a very good side. They always give it their all. So I think it's going to be another decent season for Patrick Vieira. Got the team playing in a way that he likes. I like the play style. Crystal Palace are not really scared of anything. They'll be like the type of team who would take off points from like the big boys like Chelsea, like Tottenham, like Man City. They're a very good squad. So another decent finish. I'm going to put them in mid-table. So very good for Crystal Palace. Alright, so next we have Everton. Now this is going to be an interesting one because Everton last season finished 16th. They scraped by 1 point surviving in the Premier League thanks to obviously the revelation of last season, Anthony Gordon. What a player he is. Richarlison was fantastic as well. And now for the new arrivals, they got James Tarkowski from Burnley, who also got relegated. So in my opinion, Everton are in a bit of trouble. They've not really got a replacement for Richarlison, who went to Tottenham. And I think they're really going to struggle this season. I don't think they'll be close to relegation, if I'm being honest. There's no way they're going to be like they were 3 seasons ago, top 10 finishes, top 8. I think Everton could be about like 14th. All right, so next up is newly promoted side Fulham. So Fulham obviously got promoted last season. Mitrovic got like 43 goals in the championship. He was absolutely insane. Hopefully he could transfer his goal scoring form into the Premier League. But in terms of new arrivals, this is what I like. They've got they've got this they've got some Sporting. They got Palhinha, who's a very good player. They got Andreas Pereira, from Manchester United, who was also loaned at Lazio and Flamengo. Hopefully he could be great again. And they got back Zambo Anguissa from Napoli, who was on loan. So decent business. So I think with Palhinha, he's going to be a very, very important player in the squad. He's going to be a box-to-box midfielder. He's going to be controlling that midfield. But it's always the hardest for a newly promoted side to stay up in the Premier League. But I have a sense this is going to be one of my first bold statements. Fulham will stay in the Premier League. Fulham will scrape 17th position. So next we have Leeds, who last season finished 17th. They lost Calvin Phillips to City and they lost Rafinha to Barcelona. It's going to be a very, very difficult season for them. A lot of big losses for them, but they have signed a decent amount of players. They got Aronson from Red Bull Salzburg, the 21-year-old, who's been very, very good. They also got Luis Sinisterra, one of the standout players for Feyenoord, and they've also got Tyler Adams to replace Calvin Phillips from the Bundesliga, and they've also got a new right back, also from Red Bull Salzburg, and got another defensive midfielder in Marc Roja, who actually played for Bayern Munich. So a lot of business. Unfortunately, none of those players are up to the standards like Calvin Phillips and Rafinha. But I think Luis Sinisterra is a fantastic signing. I really hope he does well in the Premier League. He's rapid. He has skills. He could finish. And even Brendan Aronson, the United States attacking midfielder from Red Bull Salzburg, is also a very good player with a lot of potential to grow. But I think Leeds are going to really struggle this season, and that's why I'm putting them. This is so 14, 15, 16. So I predict Leeds to finish 16th. I think they're really going to miss out on Calvin Phillips. He was taking the midfield. He was controlling the midfield. Rafinha getting those important goals. And hopefully everyone can stay fit in Leeds, because last year a lot of injuries. Bamford was injured. So I really hope for Leeds they could stay up, but I think they will struggle. So next up we have Leicester City. A bit of an underwhelming season last year, if I'm honest. They did finish 8th, but they didn't really look too great. James Maddison looked decent. Tielemans is linked with every single club you can imagine in the Premier League. So we're not sure if he's going to stay or go. And they've actually got no new signings this season, which is not very good. I think they'll be okay. I'm going to put him probably in like 13th. Decent club. They really have to prove a point, because I think they're a bit like a mediocre team now. Last season, even though they finished 8th, like I said, they weren't fantastic. They weren't mind-blowing. So hopefully Leicester City, you guys could have a better season. So next up, guys, we have Liverpool. This is one of the big ones. So with Liverpool have sold Sadio Mane to Bayern Munich, which is obviously a huge loss for them. Divock Origi is off to the Serie A. Minamino is out as well. Nico Williams has gone to Nottingham Forest. But the main man everyone is anxious to see is Darwin Nunez. Now, I've watched the 2 preseasons. He didn't look too great, if I'm honest. But give the guy time. He has just started. He looks a little lost out there. Hopefully Klopp can turn him into a beast. And they've also got Fabio Carvalho from Fulham, who was very good as well last season, obviously helping Fulham promote to the Premier League. But I think Liverpool, with the likes of Luis Diaz, who was insane last season when he came in January. They've got the likes of Jota. They've got the likes of Mane, Fabinho. In my opinion, Liverpool will get second position. Like last season, they will get second position. I think Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, they have a standing chance in the Premier League. So, Manchester City. So, they have got, they got rid of Raheem Sterling and Gabriel Jesus. Big losses. Also, Zach Steffen is out on loan. But in my opinion, they're going to win the league. It's simple as. Julian Alvarez, striker from River Plate, incredible talent. They've got Ortega, the goalkeeper, to replace Steffen. Big upgrade. Ortega is very, very good when he played in the Bundesliga. Hopefully he could transfer that as a very solid backup keeper. But here we go, guys. Calvin Phillips and Erling Haaland, who's going to absolutely destroy the Premier League. No question of a doubt. Don't even need to explain. Man City, once again, will win the Premier League. Let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully it could be a very tight race like last season. Last season was an insane season. Loved every bit of it. Liverpool, Man City, who's going to win? It came out to the wire, and Man City with a 2-0 comeback against Aston Villa won it. Ilkay Gundogan, the hero. But I think Haaland's just going to be insane. 21 years old. He is a absolutely incredible player. Hopefully he could do well. I'm sure he will. And Calvin Phillips will be a menace in that midfield for Manchester City. So my opinion, title winner will be Manchester City. Alright, so next up is Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. Now this is going to be an interesting one. Obviously, they have got rid of Andreas Pereira, who's gone to Fulham. Paul Pogba, who has gone to Juve. Matic, who has gone to Roma. Dean Henderson has gone to Nottingham Forest. Juan Mata and Jesse Lingard are still looking for a club, and apparently Cavani is linked to Monza. So they've got, as a replacement, for a centre back, they got Lisandro Martinez and Malacia, both from the Eredivisie. They have got Eriksen as well, and we're still really looking if Ronaldo's gonna stay or not. But I watched preseason Manchester United, and they look insane. Martial has been superb. They look fast. They look very fit. They know where their teammate is going. So in my opinion, Manchester United is making UCL with or without Ronaldo. That's a very bold statement. I know people think Manchester United are not going to do well this season, but Erik ten Hag has got them working, and he is going to push and push and push for his team to succeed with the likes of Eriksen, Musiala, who's been very good for Feyenoord, and also Lisandro Martinez, 24 years old, at the back with Varane. I think it's a very strong partnership. The only thing they really need is a proven goal scorer if Ronaldo doesn't leave. But Martial does look sharp. So in my opinion, Manchester United will make top 4, and I think that's going to be my top 4. Man City win the league, Liverpool second, Chelsea third, and Manchester United fourth. Now we have Newcastle. Newcastle are a very, very fun team. So obviously they've got Sven Botman from Lille, very good signing. Matt Targett from Aston Villa. Nick Pope from Burnley. Last season, Newcastle were insane. After winter break, they got Eddie Howe. He did an absolutely phenomenal job with Newcastle, and he finished 11th place. Now, I think this is going to be the surprise package of this year. I think they could 100% scrape a top 10 finish. They got the likes of a great goalkeeper in Nick Pope to replace Dubravka. I think Nick Pope is better than Dubravka. Obviously, Eddie Howe has done a fantastic job on him. So in my opinion, with the spirit, with all the new signings coming in, with a great manager like Eddie Howe is, Newcastle, I'm putting them in 7th. I have a feeling they're going to have an absolutely phenomenal season, and could even make the Conference League. So next up, we do have Southampton. So Southampton, not really too much on the transfer market. It's a bit of a mediocre team in my opinion. I think at St. Mary's they might have a bit of an issue, so hopefully they could stay up. But in my opinion, relegation is bound for Southampton. So we have another newly promoted side in the likes of Nottingham Forest, who have been active on the transfer market, which is what I like to see for a newly promoted side. A lot of new signings, high quality signings as well. They've also got Dean Henderson coming in. They've got Nico Williams from Liverpool. They've got Niakate from Mainz. He's a very good centre back. Omar Richards from Bayern Munich and Dean Henderson. And they've also got a replacement for Spence in the likes of Toffolo, who comes from Huddersfield. I think he had a good season. Pretty sure they get a Team of the Season card last season. But I have a feeling, like Southampton and Bournemouth, they will not have enough to stay up in the Premier League. I think 19th starts. So next up, we have Tottenham Hotspur, one of the best transfer windows this season. Richarlison from Everton, Yves Bissouma on an absolute steal deal, Jed Spence, Ivan Perisic, Longley. They've got Fraser Forster as a backup goalie for Lloris, or even a permanent goalie. And Steven Bergwijn has gone back to Ajax. So in my opinion, Tottenham could challenge once again for top 4. And now, you know what? Bold statement, once again. Tottenham are making Champions League. Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Kulusevski. You've got Richarlison, Bissouma in the midfield, Jed Spence, Ivan Perisic. I mean, they're absolutely stacked. I think Tottenham are going to have an insane season with Antonio Conte. Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Kulusevski, Richarlison, all banging in goals for fun. And a really, really good young right back in Jed Spence for Middlesbrough, who has been great last season. So I think Tottenham are ready with Antonio Conte to challenge the Premier League top 4. Obviously not the title in my opinion, but I think 4th position, any Tottenham fan will take that with their eyes closed. Alright, so next up we have West Ham. So another team who's been very good recently. 7th position last season. Only 2 points off Manchester United. So not too much by way of transfers. They've got rid of Yarmolenko. They got rid of Mark Noble, who retired. What a career he's had, Mark Noble. Ryan Fredericks. And they've just got the centre back, Aguerd. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, from Rennes. On actually a decent transfer of 13 million. Besides that, not really much for West Ham. I think last season the Europa League really tired them out. They weren't the most fit in the Premier League. And I don't really think they're going to do that great, if I'm being 100% honest. I think they'll get like 9th. We have 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then Wolves are also going to go into the high midfield area. So they've got Nathan Collins from Burnley. I think it's a very good signing. They've got Bakadama Traore from Alone. Guhani Chan still there. But I think with the goalkeeper, Jose Sa, who's was the best goalie last season in the Premier League, and with the manager, the Portuguese manager, I think they'll have a decent season. Nothing too spectacular. I'm going to put them also into the 8th and the 13th position. So this is my Premier League prediction for 2022-23 season. So the winner of the Premier League is going to be Manchester City. Then we're going to have UCL spots, which are 2nd place Liverpool, 3rd place Chelsea, 4th place Spurs. Then we do have 5th and 6th, which are Manchester United, Arsenal. 7th place is Newcastle. 8th place is going to be Aston Villa. 9th is going to be West Ham. So 9th, West Ham. 10th is going to be Palace. Brentford is going to be 11th. Leicester is going to be 12th. Wolves are going to be 13th. Then we have 14th position, Brighton. 15th position, Everton. 16th position, Leeds, and scraping the last spot for survival is Fulham at 17th, sorry. And then to get relegated, 18th place, Southampton, 19th place, Nottingham Forest, and 20th is Bournemouth. So guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think of my prediction. I think it's quite accurate. We'll see what happens in the Premier League. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.